foremost, the Pretty Ricky.
Whatever. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Pretty Ricky.
Well, that was our new intro for anyone that got a chance to
Pretty
see
Ricky
that.
about to sue the hell out your ass.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They'll be like, I know our video when you see our video. Spectacular was here.
Whatever.
They be like, what's her name? They could be like, Ricky. Yep, there's 2 lawsuits. They gonna be fooling the shit out of your ass. You have to do a versus. You have to back up Ray J.
I just feel like that's your way of saying it.
You gotta worry about it if you're backing up Ray J.
Welcome to S1E24. Again, I'm your host, B.O.K. Pepper Potts. To my left is somebody.
I'm Maserati, and this is my show. Y'all know who I am. I'm here every single week, doing my thing, let it hang.
Today, we are joined by a guest again. Yes, we've started having guests again. Raw Glass is, if you missed the pre-show, then you'll know why we just call him Raw Glass. If you didn't, then go back and watch that. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
I met you about 2 months ago?
Yeah, at the garage shop.
Yeah, we can say what it is because we're supposed to be there next week. There's another performance series coming up.
My man Hellville. Shout out to
Hellville performance series is next week.
Yeah.
And if you don't have your tickets, make sure you get them. Actually, Young Scrat, Jesse Jets, and D Word will be performing. They were on here a few weeks ago. So if you don't get your tickets, get it from them or whoever you see on the flyer. I know for a fact you didn't get tickets from them. Shout out to MC Brains on that one, and also Mike D. He's been on the show before. Hype Squad.
Hell yeah!
Perfect timing. Hype Squad Media. So yes, any of those names I just tossed out there, definitely get in touch with them to get your tickets. How much those are, I don't know, but I know they won't be a lot. You can afford it. It's fine. Gas prices went back down. Thank you so much for joining. Well, they didn't go where they started, but they went less.
Yeah, no,
that was the setup. We're going to bump the gas prices up, but you're going to feel like it's better because they're not going to be as high.
Gotta get that stimmy money back.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. Yes, but we met there. Well, you of course doing your thing with the camera, and I was attempting to do mine with the camera. And then also you have a couple other things going on. Your city scenes that you have where people go and take pictures, and it's so relaxing.
It is.
It's so free. It's a comfortable environment. Yeah, it's a very, very comfortable environment. Like everyone just, hey, how you doing? Who are you? Where are you from? Mm-hmm. And it's just cool, just like that. Also, what you have is a show that you have to get out of here.
Yeah.
So tell us about the show.
It's called the Living Room Cook-Up. So it's literally something me and my man Bart Watts. Shout out to Bart Watts. He's a local Cleveland rapper as well, hip hop artist or whatever. And then we were just sitting in my house one day and we were just talking about. I don't know if y'all know about the dude named Lil Russell over in the Bay, the rapper that's been doing like the concerts in his backyard and all that. Your algorithm's not the same as mine. My algorithm's all hip hop and photos. But this is cat on the West Coast that he's doing it outside. And you heard Tiny Desk?
Yeah.
So we kind of was like, man, let's at this point, watch this. But,
they late though.
All the memes.
Y'all is so late.
But yeah, so it was kind of like we were just like, man, you know what, fuck it, let's just make it a place where we can just, I had just got a mural put in my living room. I'm like, let's just make a little intimate scene where an artist can come and just do a track, and that was kind of it. And we said he's like, well, let's schedule it. Like, no, you know what, man, fuck it, no, let's just do it. Yeah, what's the point? Like, it'll get better as it goes.
Right.
Right now, our sound is not that great and all that other goofy shit.
Yeah. You just gotta start. We were talking about it when we got here because even me with doing the switch, which is not the name of the show, by the way. That's just the name of the episode. Haven't figured out a name. Like, if no one's even noticed, like, we haven't even named the characters yet. We don't even.
I got some no names. Yeah.
We for the roommate and the girl, but we're still trying to figure things out. But like what I was saying outside was like, yo, some of the greatest shows you've seen, if you've ever watched their pilots, they're trash. And they may not even be completely trash, but they're nothing like where the point to the show gets to when everybody's like, oh my God. So yeah, that was. I understand. Sometimes you just gotta start.
And we did, and we're doing it tonight. This is our 3rd week in a row doing it. I'm actually going out of town next week. We're gonna shoot on Wednesday next week. But yeah, every Thursday we're shooting. Every Friday we're dropping an episode, and it's just real quick. Oh. It's just an artist doing something, and then a little mini interview with them, talking about the song or whatever, who they are.
Okay. Oh, we're just trying to pull that up. Don't mind. Look, I'm trying to do it on the slide because I could just send it from my phone, but I didn't want to scare nobody because
you talking about what you talking about? You talking about that?
Yeah, he's got it. Can you put that on mute though? That's why I didn't want to. Yeah, so you can see yourself on camera. But yes, I know we also talked outside, and I think maybe even just coming up. I'm not sure. But any artist that is interested in that, why don't you want to give them the information and what you're looking for?
Yeah. So if you're a local artist and you're here and you wanna just do a track on the living room cook up type, just holla at me on Raw Glass Photography, holla at Bart Watts on, or holla at Living Room Cook Up on Instagram. Okay. And the only stipulations behind it is like we just really not. I'm not going to be promoting any overly violent music or any overly misogynistic, any of that nonsense. Like it's all got to be some kind of uplifting. That's pretty much all it has to do. I'm not saying if you say the word gun or to say the word bitch or say the word nigga, like
just keep it's got to be good.
Yeah.
If you gonna say it, make it good, just don't even. Yeah.
If your bars ain't right, then if the art ain't right, I mean, whatever. It's all subjective, but that's the only stipulation. Other than that, man, just giving people a platform to come on and just do a quick set, and then they're going to have a professional video to just throw out there.
Yeah, right. You get footage to use on your social media, which is like, seems complicated for, what, sometimes it's the age. I think like the 30 and over artists struggle a little bit more. Although I can say someone like Stoney, I don't know if you know Stoney Simpkins. He's always on social media, and he's not 30, so you have to still stay active with that, and you're offering footage.
Yeah,
good
it's content,
quality footage.
Yo, everything is content nowadays, man.
Yeah,
like, Gary Vee says it a lot. I thought it a lot, but I mean, if you notice the industry, like our industry, you in the same industry, like everything's content. This is content. We making content, shit.
Yeah, every week.
Just put something out there. You know what I mean?
It's consistent content too. But also in viewing something like that, that's good networking. They need a video.
That part.
Right here he is. And now y'all work together, so you know each other a little bit and how each other. So yeah, also definitely want to take that aspect of it. So any artist that's interested, make sure you get in touch with him. I know I'm gonna send a few people your way. Are you gonna be at the performance series this Thursday?
As far as I know, I haven't heard that mic. As far as I know, I was planning on doing it when they pushed it back.
Some people.
Yeah, no, that's
yeah, they did. They moved it back. It got moved to this month on the 20th. It might have been.
Oh, wait a minute. It's the 28th. No, I'm not going to be there. It got pushed back. I'm gonna be out of town. I'm going to Arizona.
Oh yeah, you just said.
I just said. I'm tripping.
See, my
brain
so you gonna miss it. Oh, don't worry. I'll get all the pictures for you.
Please do. Please.
I'll make sure I get some good ones. I'm actually kind of looking. I was looking forward to it before.
No, me too. I was mad to push it back, but you know how it goes.
Honestly, I don't even know what happened. I didn't even ask. I was just like, shucks. Well, see y'all next month.
That's how I go.
So I'll make sure we get some footage. We're both supposed to be there and giving interviews and whatnot too. So I need to get in touch with Mike also, actually. Mike, if you're watching. So let's see. Where are we at? Oh, not even 10 minutes into the show. I don't even know what the other topic was. I still haven't thought of what that third topic.
Mazel Ruffin and Temptations. I think that was the topic.
Mazel what?
You heard him.
Yeah, I did say it. Yeah, I found it interesting. I found it kind of intriguing.
And that was the pre-show. You worked on that all night. I don't want to.
That was a freestyle.
That was not an off the dome. Stop it.
Freestyle.
Stop. You've been waiting all your life.
These cats call freestyles nowadays. That was, even if it worked on a road
changed though, because it's kind of been that way for a while. Okay, I'll tell you. For me,
for a while, yes.
When I heard like Royce the 5'9" was when they had the Slaughterhouse group and they were on a Breakfast Club, I think it was. That wasn't an off the dome. And here I am looking at this amazing lyricist, and then it put me in a place of, now how do I judge off the dome? Because I know, or how do I judge freestyle rather? Now I know Royce can rap, but he said like, I'm not the best freestyle. What?
Most of them cats ain't the best freestylers. Like freestyling is really just coming up with something and just rapping. And these cats they have written rhymes, which is okay. Like it's a performance for real. Mm-hmm. So whatever.
Yeah. I prefer the off the dome. But gone are the days. Rap scene in the basement is gone. Like if you want to see something like that, it's gonna be
Right. We'll cook up. Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. It's kind of feels like the basement too. Yeah. It's a type.
Yeah.
Same type of feel.
That's
the basement,
but
desk,
it's cool because it's not just like Rap Scene in the Basement was different. The studio was different. Them having a conversation and hitting the booth, that was different. So it'll be good to see maybe what is that next thing, because I'm not aware of anything like a lot of people are aware of and consistently watch that does anything like that. I know things out there exist.
Oh, I'm sure.
But we ain't really talking about it, so it ain't at that peak. So I don't know. Well, I guess one day. And again, listen, maybe that one day is tonight on the one that you filmed.
Listen, I'm not. That's the thing about what I do though. I'm not doing it for views and nothing like that. It's a project, it's a passion project. Ain't nobody getting paid. We doing it for the love of art and artists.
Okay,
yeah. I mean, like
I want both.
Yeah, no,
I want to create and I want it seen. I want that thing that exists and goes on. Like I want to make that Chucky movie. I want to make I'm. You know what I mean when I say this. I want it to just keep fucking going. And the thing is, with something like I want to make a fucking cult classic one day. Are you kidding me?
No doubt. I mean,
Clerks.
Right. Clerks.
They're winning. So let me get a good cult classic in, and I'll be happy.
But you know them cult classics. Those come from like people just saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make a movie with our own budget.
Yep.
It's gonna cost us whatever's in our pocket. It took them 6-7 years to make.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a lot of movies out there. Not a lot of more. Yeah, a lot of movies start like that.
Yeah.
Like you say, Clerks. You talking about Clerks. You say Clerks, and then
I'm saying because of cult. But even like with Chucky, it's a cult.
Chucky's
but
you
can make a million Chucky movies. They made a million Halloween. They about to put another Halloween movie out.
Right.
I don't know why it's only horror movies popping in my head, but those Final Destination, Scream, they redone Scream, or take it and make it into a TV series. There's so many different.
Resident Evil's doing that right now.
So and that's been out. That's been a video game.
It started out
like
video
all
game.
That's what I mean. Like it's all these different things. You have this one product that branches out with so much shit. That's
I got an action figure.
What is it?
It's an action figure.
What is it called?
It's called the Maserati.
What does it do?
Now after your days,
you got the Kung Fu grip.
Huh?
You got the Kung Fu grip.
Not yet.
No.
It's like a little green man.
Little Kung Fu grip. Oh, like a little green man.
It's a little statue. You got to make them just hit each other. But they got different poses. Like some of them got the little karate moves.
Right.
Like them old 70s movies when everybody knew karate and shit. You be like, this. Hey, let's go, Dolomite. You 300 pounds and 5'8". You out here doing karate moves and kicking niggas. I'm like, come on, Dolomite.
I mean, they did that back in the day. Karate Man, all that. I'm gonna get you sucker.
Man.
Oh yeah, someone else was like, I was just about to say Resident Evil. I'm sorry, the comments are a little delayed, so if I don't see you right away, my bad. Yeah. Oh, you can see it up there. Y'all don't have to look at the small little monitor. That was a Twitch comment from KLG Gaming.
That's what's up.
Oh yeah, you would say Resident Evil, would you? His name is KLG Gaming.
Yeah, he's a gamer.
Yeah, that makes sense. Action figure. I sound more like a Barbie doll.
I mean, I am handsome, so I will be the Ken doll. But I do appreciate the compliment.
I said I'm a Barbie doll.
I mean,
this is obviously part of the conversation where I won't say anything. I just look at the camera.
I mean, listen, a doll is a doll. Y'all want to go out there and get it? It's $39.95. You can go to my website. You can go to my Facebook page. There's Maserati Miyagi.
You need an infomercial.
You inbox me. You send me the money. You cash app it. You send it. I send you out the action figure.
You should do drop ship. Who's making these action figures?
Why are you asking so many questions?
Who is the manufacturer? I want to ask you something. Labor. That's why.
Let me ask you something. When Ronald McDonald gets his ass up there and has a goddamn commercial, I don't see none of them kids saying, "Hey, wait a minute, is that a 80-20 beef you're using for those hamburgers?"
Nowadays you will.
Or you're like, hey, listen, little nigga, it's a Happy Meal. You get a toy, you get a burger, and some of these fries. And you kill them like Homie the Clown. Get the fuck out of here.
No,
fucking up the commercial.
Because I tell you what, my son might get a little questioning, like, what is this?
They gonna remove his ass too. Like, get him off the set. Security.
Hey, they gonna remove his ass.
Throw him out like they do Jeffrey. No, who was that?
That wasn't Jeffrey. That was Jazzy. Jazz. They used to throw out. They didn't throw out.
But it was his name was still Jeff.
Yeah.
Jazzy
Right.
Jeff.
Oh, you tried to recover.
No, he did. No, he did. No, he talking about now. That's all.
Yeah, his name was.
recovery.
It was the same thing.
No,
Jeff Jeffrey.
That's not what he meant.
You bogus for calling it out though, because he had came back and we couldn't let it go.
That's not what he meant.
That is
He
what I meant.
called me out. He called me out last week and he was wrong.
You ain't gonna never call me on no Will Smith. It ain't gonna happen.
How much is he getting for his new movie?
Shit, I don't give a fuck. You rich.
Which one?
I don't even know what it is. I barely like. There's another one. I barely glanced at it. It's 35 mil.
Who? Will Smith?
I don't even know. You know what? Sometimes I forget.
Getting 20 million a movie since
but
late
35?
90s, since like Independence Day.
Okay, check this out. 35 post COVID.
So
nobody's going to the movies anymore.
So
how much do they expect?
That's 35 after slapping the nigga at the Grammys too.
Listen,
Y'all talking about he ruined his
That's
career.
what I'm like. Oh, really? Okay. You're gonna pay somebody $35 mil.
I mean, Netflix is having trouble right now. Now, Netflix is throwing all that money around. Everybody can make a movie. You get a movie. You get a movie. You get a movie. You get a special. And now I don't know if you saw that, but they hemorrhaging right now. Like Netflix is having trouble paying that. Yeah, Netflix is in trouble right now.
I mean, that's
rich people trouble. Rich people trouble, y'all. Not like.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm like.
Well, you know what it is? It's now Netflix needs to keep up. I actually love Netflix produced, especially their documentaries. Man, I love a good Netflix doc. They're just, I think because there's just so many different outlets now, and then a lot of people have gotten rid of cable and they're streaming. You think that would be a bump for them, but a lot of times when people still keep the HBO and the Showtime and the other apps, so a lot of those shows aren't getting bumped over to Netflix as fast or at all.
Well, if you notice, Netflix got rid of most of the studios too. Netflix is pretty much just
they're just
original.
Buy it off of people. Yeah. Someone had told me that. Yeah, but whatever they're picking.
Yeah, I mean,
it's good shit. So I'm probably going, unless they really just fall off, I'll probably always have it.
I appreciate it because it gives people like myself, yourself, artists, a chance to get something to the
out.
audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then what a lot of people don't know is Amazon does the same thing. You can apply to get your project.
I know.
It's shit you don't know as a regular dude, like a regular artist. You don't know that shit. You think it's this.
It's
thing,
so
like,
hard,
yeah.
and that depends on your age again, though. Like if you're not accustomed to these different ways of doing things now because of what we grew up in, it's you just may not know. You may not know. But yeah, I still love my Netflix, and then something like Disney Plus now exists. Yeah,
especially you got kids and you're a Marvel fan or something.
That's the kickback though. It's not going to Netflix now; it's going to Disney Plus.
But hold on, Hulu. This is the Hulu package. Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN. You know, they back. By the time you pay for all this shit, Netflix and all that shit, you might as well get like you paying the same cable bills you paying before, damn near. But I mean, you actually get to pick what you want to watch. Is what I like.
Well, if you have cable, you can just get those apps anyway.
You not free though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well,
like AMC Plus isn't free, but AMC is free.
Gotcha. But see, the plus is all this shit is that. That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
Yeah, so that's what I'm like. It's the kickback for Netflix. They're not getting those things that they would get as fast. Like Walking Dead. Walking Dead would be on Netflix the previous season, like in 6 months. Man, I've been waiting like over a year.
You know, I've never seen that show. Nah, like I've been waiting to get into it, but I've never been a zombie dude. Like,
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
But that show is different. Like if you view it from like the world ending and like civilization starting over, it's dope as fuck.
Oh, it's not the zombie.
It's dope as fuck, and that's what they were always good at. Like the zombies were there, but the storyline wasn't just. That's why they survived so long. It wasn't like can nobody keep making.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. It's not the zombies though.
Yeah,
I'm a nerd. Like I like the comic book stuff, the fantasy stuff. I just never got into the zombie thing.
Walking Dead was a comic. Walking Dead was a comic.
I mean, it could be like a TV juice.
I am actually very thirsty.
You know what? I don't ever see anybody that you actually like them ice things.
I don't.
Them like nasty to me.
I like them.
Do you? Yeah. Every once in a while, I catch somebody that likes them joints. I can't stand them.
Yeah, I don't. But I'm just that thirsty that edible kicked in. Well, actually, I think the second one just kicked in my mouth.
The second one, goddamn.
Yeah, I had a stressful week, so we can talk about it. Because unemployment was a topic, and I got fired on Monday.
The fact that we both snickered and getting fired, I don't know. For me, it's a good thing.
long story short, I called off 3 days and they fired me on the 3rd, and I've been there for 7 years.
My text message you told me.
About like I don't even know. Yeah, I ain't gonna get in all the details. I told you, but yeah.
I mean, you was pretty much going there like Office Space. Y'all ever seen that movie Office Space? My nigga went in there with the raw fish and gutted the fish while he was on this. They just kept talking to the nigga like, yeah, so.
I was just at within, yo. That's what the topic was I wanted to add.
We fixed the glitch.
I'm so glad you said that. Wait.
Put your office down here, though. We're gonna put you down here. Oh,
see
man.
how what I was saying? See what I was saying?
Oh,
every freaking time.
They sent his ass down to HR. They're like, just go check with HR where your money is at.
About your money, baby.
That nigga 2 checks behind.
So basically, what I was saying was,
that's my movie.
Since I had such a dumb little segue you took away, I don't even remember. My unemployment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after 7 years and 3 days, and then I was gone. But like he was saying, like just like it, because I was just tired. And it clicked when you said that. That's what I was about to say. That other topic that I wanted was being the only black person.
Oh, at a job. Oh.
That was the topic I couldn't think of. So has that ever happened to?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So okay.
That's how I used to get my jobs when I was younger. Like I would go into white neighborhoods.
You use it to like just your advantage. Period.
I went to Middleburg Heights and got my first 3 jobs.
Yeah. Old Navy, same.
I
didn't know, but
Omni Fitness. I had Mark's Fun Time Pizza Palace and then TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
OG TJ Maxx.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it can be used to your advantage. I think the thing for me was not only was around, like I was the only black person there, not until 2020 because the one guy that they fired. But I was also still the only black female there. And then everybody was just so much older than me. So when you're in those kind of situations, not only going to work, but it's also where I live. Mm-hmm. So these are my interactions for like most of my life. And it just, I couldn't take them.
Hey, look.
And it's not in like the worst ways like people are thinking. It's just even just when you go to work, and I don't need to constantly talk to people all day. I'm not that kind of person, but we just have nothing.
No, it's the stress because not only are you going to work and having to do your job and the stresses of the job and all that. Now you're also having to understand where perspectives are coming from when things are said to you. Like you're constantly breaking down what you said. Like, okay, you say that to me because I'm the only nigga here, or it's a lot of that. Like, it's a lot of that underlying bullshit that we know we deal with, and they act like they're not doing it. But we know, like, oh, come on now, like we know it's something there. So I think a lot of it is that. But I had a lot of situations like that. I grew up a lot like that. I was born here in Cleveland, but my dad was military. I moved around a lot. I lived in the burbs. I was a lot of time. I mean, almost on a military basis, but it was more than just the only black student. But when I got older, high school, moved off base. My dad retired. Only black kid in school sometimes. So when issues come up and they say something about black people, it's like you get it, that whole thing where everybody turn around and look at you like I'm supposed to have all the goddamn answers because I'm black. You know what I mean? Like I lived the whole black experience. I had a long time where I thought I wasn't black enough for my black friends and too black for my white friends. You know, I dealt with that shit growing up.
Yeah.
So that's that bullshit. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah, you get the you talk a certain way.
Yeah,
but shit, that ain't got nothing to do.
Because I'm well read and I've been somewhere, all of a sudden I talk white. Like, I'm intelligent, all of a sudden I can't be.
My mother was just very strict on like language. Like I couldn't say aunt. Ain't nothing. No, I could not. I wasn't allowed to. Yeah, so I don't know. It just and I do now that I'm older, so I don't know why she wasted her time. That was just such a fucking waste of time. Such a fucking waste of time.
But it's a way we had it. So my mom raised me that way too, because it was a way. Because for her, and she told me these things. It's like when I go out, when white folks see you, you need to present a certain way, and that's how I was taught. Because my mom was from the South. My mom was from New Orleans. She's been a part of race riots and all these. Because she drank out of colored water fountains. So her perspective is, look, I'm not going to let the world look at you as a run of the mill black boy. I'm gonna make sure you're looked at a certain way by these folks, and it wasn't necessarily her trying to. I guess the way I said it might have came off the wrong way, like whitewash me or whatever. However you want to put that, man, fuck all them terms anyway. But it was survival for her. Her saying to herself, "How can I help my son survive?" That was how. Teaching me, listen, it's gonna be a certain. We all had a conversation. Sit down, listen. You're a little black boy. If anything happens, the police come, put your hands up, don't move. All these things. I had all them conversations.
Yeah.
That shit ain't fun. You get older and look at it like, damn. Like my white friends don't know nothing about them kind of conversations.
Nothing
about it.
Yeah,
you know
and that's it was like even during like the George Floyd thing.
That's recent.
Whenever things like that happen and you're the only black person there.
Now you gotta answer for all blackness, which is bullshit. Like we gotta stop doing that to each other. We gotta stop.
That was your experience.
Stop fighting each other's blackness.
Wait. Nobody said a single word to me. Nothing at all. So here's the.
They were avoiding you, or
it wasn't avoiding me. I'm saying the subject never came up.
At your job?
Not
of course not.
Now here's wait. Exactly. Because here's the catch-22. The company I work for, their family members are sheriffs. Guess what the fuck they said?
Oh yeah, like come on.
There was no, and again, like I said, I'm not that person. I actually got to a point where by George Floyd, I don't even want to have those conversations.
Oh, no,
like I'm exhausted from it. So that was something in my favor because I didn't want to talk about this shit no way. Works out. But yeah, man, I stopped going to like the little holiday parties and shit. Like, man, I'm going home. I don't even.
You know, nothing in common.
Nothing. I'm not. They had their little July 4th little potluck thing. Man, I'm not.
I mean,
and then ask me why
you a vegan. What you gonna eat?
And then there's that, right?
The salad.
I know you're coming for the vegans right now.
I appreciate the thought.
I was 100% vegan. I'm about 95%.
95%.
Plant-based now. Yeah, I don't put myself in no box anymore, man. Fuck a box.
Well, I still eat seafood, so
that's not
vegan. He said vegan. I didn't say vegan.
Yeah, he did say vegan. You know, it's funny because a lot of black folks think vegan is but you can eat fish. My father-in-law one day said, I still eat dairy. I don't drink milk. I don't drink milk. I still do cheese, but that's only because I haven't found a good vegan replacement. When I find that, I'll get it. There's plenty of.
Well, I'm usually just going to Giant Eagle. I'm not that.
You don't like BioLife?
No.
Milko's is bomb too. Milko's. You gotta go to Whole Foods for that.
It ain't that. I'm not that far over there yet. But you know, if it's surf or turf kind of.
No, I still eat sea.
Or what is it, land or sea? Whatever they call it.
Surf and turf.
Yeah, it is surf and turf. Yeah. I'm not. It ain't. I don't eat the lamb. But yeah. So yeah, you're right. Somebody offered me a salad.
Yeah, that's
I just realized
the only thing they have for you.
Wrong up there too.
I noticed that, and I'm just like, fuck it.
What happened up there?
Unemployment. Yeah, unemployment. Yeah,
you know what? I said I was gonna end up doing that for something today, and lo and behold, did it. I did it.
Yeah.
So you ain't never had a vegan meal you liked?
I tried vegan food before. It was okay. Like the ribs wasn't okay, but the macaroni was cool.
I mean, I have places like here's the thing. A lot of times people jokingly put out only like the little memes and pictures of what vegan eat. And it's always the stupid looking shit that ain't nobody actually eating. Well, there is some really good straight plant-based vegan food out there.
Absolutely.
We brought them up before. You may or may not at least heard of them or had it. Squash the Beef Catering.
Oh yeah, Squash the Beef.
Man, you get a burger for them, you don't know the damn difference. I bought like the Impossible burgers. Finally went to go ahead and try those, and I made those. That shit taste like. And I found things that I would have eaten even if I still was still eating meat.
Right. No.
It's okay. My kids, see, I'm not that far into it, like I said, so my kids still eat meat. I had stopped them all together, and that wasn't working.
No, it don't work. Mine still eat meat too. Like
but we're at like a balance. Except when I'm at grandparents' house, it's just all meat all the time. But
they probably like, oh, thank God, they probably out there killing squirrels.
No, it's actually
snapping necks on theirs. Finally,
you got a stick. You got 3 squirrels hanging out of the tail on the back. You got them whipping on the table. Hey,
out there barbecuing anything moving.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. Call me a Blue Jay today. We'll see how this thing tastes.
They're fine. But my
ain't had a taste of blood in weeks. Back to granddad's.
Whatever. It's not that bad. My youngest actually took it the best. Like he still is, for the most part. My daughter makes her own stuff, but my oldest one.
The problem is a lot of people so a lot of people are doing now. They're going vegan, but then what the problem with that is, and they say, "Oh, it doesn't work for you're doing all processed food." So you can go vegan, but if you don't go vegan and then everything you eat is processed, well, that's not a way to do it either.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, so
it's still a start.
It's better than eating other processed shit.
Right, it's better, and that's how I have to view certain things I get. Certain things I get, like, hey, at least it's not a burger from McDonald's. That's just what I have to, because I do not maintain the best diet, but I do at least try to make sure I hit the gym just to help balance.
Right.
Balance, burn that off and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not easy to start. Since we're gonna be on the subject, because I know I've talked to people that attempted to start, and they're just like, I'm just hungry all the time. I'm like, you just haven't figured out what you like.
You gotta figure out how to do it. Yeah. No,
once you figure out the snacks and different things like that, and then your meals is different. I think people focus probably on the meals, like the dinner.
Well, you're so used to eating so many meals a day. And that's not really what your body set up. I mean, you're supposed to really be snacking throughout the whole day. Small meals throughout the whole day is better for your metabolism than 3 times 3 meals.
Yeah, and then too, I've also learned it depends on a person. I don't really need to eat that much. I've noticed.
Some people don't.
I don't like, and then I still do small portion meals, but I'm gonna eat when I get hungry. Like, anybody's been around, y'all know when we getting food. It's like also I plan my routes, based upon
food. That's fantastic. I'm not mad at that.
But then I'll get it, and I'll get my little portion size, and I'll probably have some left over the next day. But I used to think that everybody needed to have a certain amount of calories, a certain amount of meals, and things. Only thing everybody needs is a certain amount of water.
Yeah, only thing you can't live without water.
Yeah, you need that certain amount of water a day.
Without water, you die. You can go 7-8 days without food.
Yeah, you gotta have the water portion.
Water's life. I say that all the time.
Yeah, gotta have the water portion.
Hydration is key.
All right, so let's see. What else did we have? I'm scared to pull anything up here. It might be
misspelled again.
Yeah. That's what I was worried about. I don't know. It may or may not be right. I can't even freaking see. The next topic that we had was something that you had posted about, which is I remembered another topic, which is social media blocking. I'll say I'm down with it. Listen,
I'm not blocking you.
If I don't want to be bothered with you, you gotta go. And some people be like weird and they need to be blocked.
I've never blocked anybody to this day. I've been as long as I've been on social media, never did it.
I've blocked people, but they really had to be on some you really have to be on some weird shit. Where I'm just you're missing medication or something. Like you're just making comments that don't even make sense towards what's being said. So I'll give it to that person because at that point it's just not even comedy. Like something is wrong. Yeah. So I'm not about to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just never. I don't think I've put enough. I don't hold social media in that high of regard to care that much. I think is where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I think that's how a lot of people feel. They don't. They just like it really. I think it's just way off into a whole different life.
I think blocking on social media is I think that comes from it. Like celebrities, I get them. I get celebrities and people that are in the
I've been blocked by celebs before.
I'm just saying you get weirdos trying to do stuff like that. But I mean, every day, I don't know.
No, I got blocked by Nicki Minaj.
Somebody said it got to be extreme. Well, I mean,
Oh, because it's something I said. I don't even remember. I said something about her and she ain't like it. This was years ago.
I don't know. I don't.
So yes, I've been blocked and I block.
I'm not sure if I've been blocked because I don't know if I've been blocked. I don't. Yeah, not sure if I've ever been blocked. Anybody block me? Let me know. Holla at me.
I'm pretty sure I've been blocked before. I mean, people, like I said on my page, the thing is this: when Trump ran for president, that first time, and everybody was like, if you support Trump, you a racist, and all the niggas was deleting everybody that said they was voting for Trump, and they was mad at the black people that said they was for Trump. And then the second election came around, everybody was like, man, I mean, we need Trump. Like, instead of Biden, we need Trump. And I'm like, so all the y'all niggas that decided to delete and block all these people that were supporting Trump that first time, do y'all go back and unblock them now that you are in support of Trump?
They were supporting Trump the second time?
Yeah, it's a lot of black people supporting Trump.
No, I know. I talked to him. Listen, man, that's not my realm. That's correct. I didn't know that.
But I'm like, shit, y'all blocked him the first. Y'all didn't block everybody the first time. All your white friends ain't on your page no more because you disagreed the first time. Now this time you agreeing with
them. Now you got nobody.
Yeah, I didn't block nobody because of that stuff. I just let it go. We all come from a different background perspective, man. So I didn't block nobody because of that shit. I did kind of have that feeling though, like if he was some of the stuff he said, like really you still rocking with the dude, like like that hard.
I mean, I just got to the point that it was just so entertaining for me.
Oh, that's that part. I told my man, I was like,
That's
this is the most important thing,
It's
most
like
entertaining
he's
presidency
president
ever.
is not about to change. Y'all clearly not gonna have him back in office again because look, Biden got elected. Like when it got to that point, I'm like, yo, I'm just living in your world, man. I don't.
Listen,
I just had to accept it was what the fuck it was. Like, cause also like what happened when that happened, people were just so fucking angry. Like it was humor, but there was a lot of anger and like emotions behind all that, and that's why I'm like, yo, please, I'm out. I cannot.
Yeah, I knew it was a problem.
I cannot be out here like this.
I was living in Vancouver, Washington when Trump got elected, right? And it was so different because the very first time in 2008 when Obama got elected, I was on the phone with my mom. I used to call her every morning and I cried. She's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, I'm just so happy that I'm living in a world like this is happening." So I'm taking the Uber back. This is after. This is in the morning. I got me and my man was kicking in. The presidency had happened. I'm taking the Uber back. So I'm rolling out and I see this white dude. After Trump got elected, was on the side of the road. White power. I'm like, this is two completely different. Like he gets elected now. White power is like that, that's how you feel now. Like he gave people that kind of, courage. And if you're inciting that kind
to
of
be
thing,
that
you're okay
outspoken
with it, like,
publicly,
to me, and you're not stopping it, like you're condoning it in a way. But
yeah, it's
But still, it was just an interesting way that the world, the backlash, if you will, of the United States after all that shit happened.
Yeah, I mean, to the point people were running them up out in Washington. Like, I think they just started their trials or something.
Hey, I don't care. All that shit is bullshit.
That's what I mean. Like, when my Facebook memories pop up, and it's not even something I said or something someone else said, it's just the events that were taking place. Like, oh my God, that really happened.
Yeah, it was some,
But yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna look back and we can laugh at a lot.
Yeah, there's always something that is going on in history that, because lo and behold, we're going crazy over all these things, and then freaking COVID happens.
Oh, something else.
Like, if we thought it couldn't get any crazier, it did. And
but that was the same thing.
It was during the same time.
I'm saying people were blocking people on social media because you're a vaxxer or non-vaxxer. Like this vaxxer, like all we want to do is fight each other, man.
Yeah.
That's the shit I get. That shit get old to me, man. Like, look, like you over here, I'm over here. Man, you pick a side. It's Bloods and Crips everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, vax, non-vax, vegan versus meat eaters. Like all we doing is putting niggas in boxes.
Well, it was actually something that was on, because we were talking about it earlier on Netflix when they were talking about the algorithms and data collection and things like that. So when we're having this discussion, sometimes you're also being targeted. They literally have categories for people they know they can sway this way or that way by constantly showing you these advertisements and things through, like, it was basically the subject was through Facebook, and since that's what we're also streaming on. Yeah, so there's studies on this, and I'm wondering what's going to be the outcome of those stories in the future. Like, what are they about to do with us? Kind of crosses your mind because, man, everybody has some very wild thoughts.
Hey, listen, I'm so glad I didn't have social media when I was young. I'm so glad because I know.
I was fairly still kind of young when we had, like, social media was starting.
No, not
with
me.
MySpace.
I'm glad I'm glad I grew up when I grew up.
Really?
Like, yeah, because it kept me innocent because I was an innocent kid for a very long time. Like when I found out like certain shit was going on, I was flabbergasted. I was sitting up here.
For instance,
you like in the 7th grade, and you sitting up here like, oh, okay, so they going to cut, and you just thinking like 4 or 5 people just going to cut and shit. I was like, they going to fuck. I was like, they really fucking.
No. I was the same way. Yeah, I didn't grow up. Yeah, I was innocent too. Like you, like that's what they were doing.
Yeah, they're having sex.
Right. Nah.
I was like, oh shit.
But that's not new. That's every generation. That is literally every generation. They were doing it in the 50s. They were doing it in the 60s. They were doing it in the 70s.
They got a little bit of
little drive-up little things they used to have in their little cars back in the 50s and 60s.
Man, listen.
That's just at your
puberty.
Puberty.
Once you get older, you realize, oh yeah, it's been going on. But when you're younger, you thinking
you think it's just y'all.
You thinking like shit. You don't think it's going on at all. You like they really want to fuck. Like they're really fucking.
Okay.
I'm in the 7th grade. I just came from elementary. You understand? Elementary.
Right. I'm fresh off a kickball tournament, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was only one girl that was in the 6th grade that was fucking, and she was fucking a nigga that was like 3 years older than her. So that nigga was in the 9th grade or some shit like that.
Yeah, because they switched high school years. 9th through 12th became high school. I don't know if you were out by then, but that's what happened. So you had like your
with me it started at 9th.
An 18-year-old. Yeah.
So 9th grade started high school.
High school, right?
Yeah, they switched that. It wasn't always that way. It used to be 10th, 11th, and 12th for high school.
Really? There's no freshmen? No, I always went with freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
It was around the time of us getting up into high school is when they changed that. So it's funny that you're saying that was your 7th grade year because you would have been 7th, 8th, and 9th graders versus 6th, 7th, and 8th graders.
Say that again.
Middle school was 6th, 7th, and 8th, whereas middle school used to be 7, 8, and 9. And then they switched it. And then high school was 9, 10, and 11, or is 9, 10, 11.
I went to junior high though. Junior high was 7 and 8. Because 6th grade.
That's what I was there. That's how it was.
Was it 7 and 8?
Yeah.
Well,
6th grade was the
6,
top
7,
of the chain.
Yeah, because by the time you came.
See, that's what I'm saying. So that's where.
Then it was 6, 7, and 8.
So you only, we were 6, 7, and 8.
No, we were 7 and 8.
7 and 8. It's called junior high school.
Damn.
And then now they started making that middle school thing.
Yeah, because you're like 2 years ahead. So literally, we're 2 years apart of when that happened. I was junior high school, 6, 7, and 8.
I'm glad I missed that. I was little as a kid. Like, I can imagine me being in the 6th grade.
And that's what I'm saying. Think of
6th grade and started out people was fucking.
You was little. Look at me.
Like, yeah.
If I was 6th grade, listen.
Yeah.
Listen, like, I was a small kid, so
yeah, man, I'd have been getting beat up and bullied and all type of shit.
Yeah, well, I wasn't getting that.
Nobody care about you getting bullied. You hear now?
But since y'all saying it, I was the product of these things y'all are discussing.
For real, we was talking about us getting bullied. Like anybody worried about
But I'm telling y'all what y'all are saying. I'm confirming it. Y'all right? Hello, bullied and beat up.
No, it was just funny that we started bullying you like that. That was kind of.
I know, I got it, but hello.
Didn't nobody come to beat them up?
Don't leave me out.
Didn't nobody? Shit, mama, auntie,
I was the
grandma.
only kid. Honestly, I didn't even have that many friends, so no.
Your mama, your aunt, didn't nobody go up there and fuck a kid up?
No, my parents made me fight.
I mean, you make it.
Nobody go up there and fuck a kid up. Hey man,
my parents made me fight.
Damn.
How many kids you got?
2.
Somebody fuck with your kids, you ain't going to fuck a kid up?
I can't go fuck the kid up. I gotta
go fight your own motherfucking battle.
I'm
not mad they did it.
Why you looking at me like that?
Listen. All right, let's say 3 kids jump on your son. Jump on your son and your daughter.
I got 3 kids jump on my. Okay.
No,
okay.
You got 2 daughters.
Yep.
They get into a scuffle.
Okay.
A boy come out, snuff your daughter.
That's a boy though.
You're not going up there like we gonna have a little talk, but I'm gonna need everybody to clear out the room.
Well, I gotta be honest. I'm gonna go up there and holler at him, but I'm gonna also get on and try to find his daddy. I'm not lying to you. I'm gonna try to find his daddy. Hey, where you?
Somebody gonna catch hands.
I need to holler that nigga though. Hey, my nigga, like either you gonna tell your man, your little boy that's not cool, or me and you, we have to talk about this.
It might be a bad week for the whole family or something like that.
I'm getting better. Let me stop. I'm getting better because that takes me to a place, but I'm getting better. I don't wanna do that. But yeah, you take it there. We gotta be better. Man.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If
my shit pre-planned. I already know what's gonna happen.
I can't just go up and haul and smack no kid.
You can't do that. But I'm gonna tell you what you can do. You know, there's people that do like the I forget what it's called, but they have like the mask where they can put the stuff on there to change your appearance a little bit. So if you got facial hair.
Now you talking.
Now you just got that little bit of shit on there.
I'm listening.
So you go up there, you got a hood on or a hat on or something, and shit, you know which way they coming. You know which way they got to walk home from school.
In that case,
and you know, you got your headphones on. You know, you going the opposite way of the kids. You see them. You know which one it is.
Yes. And you know, consider that kid fucked up. If that's the case, consider that kid fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking
Yeah, you catch him on the little side street when he on his way home and shit, and you just sitting up there tying your shoe, and he walk by. Hey, what's going on? He might get slammed.
I would beat the shit out of 8-year-old.
He might get slammed on the ground a couple times.
Is he gonna know why? Do you tell him why?
It don't matter.
It don't matter. A kid get fucked up, trust me. He'd be like, I'm not fucking around.
Just fucking the kid up. Kids get fucked up.
When
Fucking kid up.
kids that fuck with other kids like that is because they've never really been fucked up.
Never been fucked up.
And once somebody really fucks them up and they're like, this is what the fuck is going on, I'm not doing this shit. I can't.
This is what it feels like to get fucked up.
Yeah, they get fucked up. That's the thing.
I like that.
It's different ways you can handle shit. You ain't got to go up to the school where it's witnesses, but shit, 3 or 4 of his little friends got to point you out in the lineup. I take that chance every time.
I gotta have the mask and all that
Y'all
stuff.
are also talking about boys though too. Like
I would do it. It'd be worse if I had a daughter. Somebody put their hands on my daughter.
Another little girl.
How big is the little girl? Because sometimes you have a daughter. You don't have a little roughneck ass daughter. And if you got a daughter, she's like wearing.
I got a daughter. I got a daughter.
What is a daughter? That's hilarious.
I love it.
The one that's not getting bullied on, the one that all the other girls be like, we gonna beat her ass.
Yeah.
She thinks she all that.
Listen, I'm lucky in that.
Hair.
My kids are doing
exactly. And all it was is I went to school looking like my mother cared. That's the only fucking difference.
That's everything.
I went to school like my mother cared. We didn't have a whole bunch of money, or we would have been in the same fucking school district. Hello.
Right. No, it's that perception.
She just didn't send me off looking like nobody gave a damn. And I swear to God, that was the only difference. Now, the thing is, with my parents, they just made me fight back. There was no, I'm pulling up to the school. My mother pulled up to the school and cussed the principal out.
Right.
Because they also had this policy of don't hit back at that time. Now, your kids can whip another kid ass and they good. No, at that time, you got in trouble if you even fought back. The policy at that time was go tell the teacher. So my mother told the principal, if I hit you right now, what you gonna do? And then I stopped having problems.
Imagine that.
At that school. And then I went to another school and had a whole set of different problems. But yeah, it
you
was
a problem child, Ricky. You the kind of
I told you I was quiet, I was smart. You want to see my GPA back in elementary? So that got you in trouble.
Wait, they gave you a GPA in elementary?
Whatever they gave you. I had
A's and N's and S's.
Whatever you get. I was smart.
You got regular A's and B's in elementary. That's it.
But I was a smart kid. The teacher put the quiz down. I got an A, you got an F. Now you mad at me. That I swear that's how a kid's mentality works. You're mad because you're not as smart as another child, but I can fight. So let me do the thing I'm good at. These are literally the things that would happen in school because I ain't say shit. You can't be mad at a kid that don't talk.
Well, you should have told somebody.
Who I'm gonna tell? You want to hear the story of when I actually did tell the teacher? Do you really want to hear the fucked up story?
I can tell you worst. Whatever you about to tell me, I can tell you a worst story when I was in junior high. But go ahead.
Is it along the lines of getting in trouble and stuff?
Oh yeah, trust me.
I want to hear this story though.
Go ahead, tell your story.
Go ahead and tell your story then. I'd rather not be showed up.
All right, so they bust. This is the first year they busting the kids from the east side. I'm on the west side. Now, first off, east siders are not experienced in west side at all. First off, they talking about you talk white. I'm like, I didn't understand what the fuck they meant when they said that.
There's another problem.
They was like, one girl called me like an Uncle Tom. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck. I'm like, who's teaching you kids this shit?
Yep.
But what makes it worse, the kids, they from Garden Valley. So some of them have already failed. So we talking about 7th and 8th grade, but some of these Negroes is about 16, 17 years old, going on 17 years old. Some of these niggas is old.
In 7th and 8th grade?
Yes, because they just didn't come, or they would come and they would just be like, all right, well, we just hold them back.
I was a sophomore in high school when I was 16.
Yeah, they just kept it. That was the No Child Left Behind.
Once you turn 17, once you turn 17, they put you to your right grade regardless.
Oh, word?
Yeah, so them kids had to turn 17 before they would get moved up to whatever grade they were supposed to be in. But for the meantime, they was there.
And then they in high school with you.
Yeah. Now, so I'm in junior high school.
Cleveland Public School, man.
No, this is terrible. Listen.
Damn.
I can't wait to hear the studies on us. Go ahead.
Yo.
So one of the kids, and it's about 4 or 5 of them in my class, and we got all the same classes. They got a stun gun somehow. So what they doing is you can hear the bitch. I'm sitting up here thinking to myself like, excuse me, I know you here. These niggas out here with this loud ass stun gun. Where the fuck?
I hear it. You don't hear it?
Yeah, we talking 95, 90.
Your teachers ain't give up.
It had to be 94. 94. Where the fuck you get a stun gun in 94?
Right.
On the east side.
They got a fucking stun gun, so they hit people with the stun gun on the low thing, so you can hear people. So you hear people getting hit with this stun gun. I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. So I talked to the teacher. It was the teacher, the principal, and there was this other lady. She did some shit where we would go off, and it'd be like 4 of us, and she like a guidance counselor, some type of shit. So they was like, listen. What do you want to do? I was like, listen, you got to get me out of here. I'm like, first off, I'm the smallest person in here. I'm the youngest nigga in here. I'm like, everybody else is at least a year older than me, except for the hoes. I'm like, if they not in fucking danger, they fucking get me the fuck out of here. So,
except for the hoes, they're not in danger. They fucking.
Yeah. They fucking their way to the top. I'm out here dodging stun guns. So I'm like, hey, get me out of here. So they had this little thing where the teachers had to get together, meet up, and decide whether or not they wanted to move me from this danger area into a different classroom. They got together and they decided not to take me out of this classroom, but along with that, they have it to where it's supposed to be discreet, so they're not supposed to say anything. So the one little helping guidance counselor teacher, whatever she is, it's about 4 of us in a room, and you know what I'm saying? She's talking about different stuff, and then she was like, because I remember you tried to get moved out of your classes because it was dangerous. So what happened? I'm sitting here looking around like,
you got called out in front of the classroom.
Right, you had to say
that was gonna be my story. I got called out in front of the fucking classroom, but go ahead.
So I'm thinking like, so
same story.
Y'all not supposed to say this shit. I'm like, I'm already thinking I'm in danger.
Thank you. That's what the fuck happened to me. He goes and stands in front of the class and says, your mother came up here and talked to the principal because you're having problems with some of the kids in class.
Oh, wow. Wow. In front of the class, they did both y'all.
He literally stood in front of the fucking classroom and did that shit. So, hello.
Yeah, no, same shit. That's totally.
Fake story.
That's no cool.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't let you go first, because
That's why I'm in my son's life, because if he ever comes home with a story about some stun guns and some older niggas, I'd be like, don't worry, son. Daddy ain't got shit to do today. Let's go to class.
I am here for it today.
I am here for these shenanigans.
That's hilarious. What's the age group?
You know what the outcome of that was, though? Then they divided us up into Group A and Group B. Then you had Group A, the smarter kids that didn't get in trouble. Then you had Group B, the kids that just got in trouble. And it didn't matter if your grades, right? Guess who had the record for fighting? Because she kept getting into fights that didn't start them.
You.
Guess what group I was in?
So you were in Group B anyway.
Smart as shit in Group B.
Now everybody copying off your page. You got to fight them to keep them off your own.
Still getting me.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world. Because even when you were saying, I'm like, I know what they did to answer that problem. They divided us up like that. What middle school was this?
Schuler.
Goddamn.
We had Group A and Group B.
You had the groups?
Oh, y'all had the group.
We didn't have enough smart kids to have smart and stupid. Like, they was mixed.
But I was still a couple behind you, though, see?
They was mixed.
I was still a couple
I mean, I don't want to make it sound bad, but it would have literally been...
Fuck that.
It would have literally been like the East Side kids here and the West Side kids here, because first off, they fought every fucking day. They grown, like scaring the shit out of me. Now you're talking about separating these kids. Understand, they're going to put all the Garden Valley kids over here because, well, they've all failed. And even the smallest female was like maybe a little bit bigger than me. All the other females is bigger. Like, these hoes was grown looking. They was, one bitch had to be about 5'9".
Did you know at the time how old they were? Or did you just think they were?
No, because, you know, like, all of the niggas is trying to fuck the girls. So they having these conversations about how old they are, such and so. So when they going around the room, I'm just looking at these niggas like, damn, like, did you not do the work? Like, how did you fail this many times? And the one dude, he was in there, he wasn't that bad. And I was like, so you failed? And he was like, I had to repeat kindergarten. And I was like, they gotta get me. They gotta get me out. Because when the good kid from y'all side of town failed kindergarten. I'm thinking like maybe 5th, 6th grade or repeat. No, kindergarten.
You failed primary colors, my nigga? Like,
yeah.
You failed circles and squares?
I didn't want to ask no more questions. Whatever you did to not graduate kindergarten.
It's amazing.
For real.
Like, what did you do that you just like?
You didn't understand how to line up in a line? I don't know.
Were you cutting? Like, were you selling drugs at the time to support your family?
If you've been cutting, you understand a line because you cut in line. But I mean, I don't know.
It was fucked up. I went to school. He was cool. It was a nigga named Albert in elementary school, and Albert was the only dude that I knew that sold drugs that was our age. This dude was in the 4th grade. He rarely came, and they kept like, I guess he was smart enough that he would like get put up and shit. But we had a drunk ass 6th grade teacher, and they had like a picture day, so all the kids would get a t-shirt. Yes, she would put alcohol. Every day she'd have tea, and she'd have a little drunk as fuck.
So we got a 4th grade that's selling drugs.
Her name is Miss Anderson.
Did Albert have a sister?
I don't know, but I just remember
because
Albert.
I had the same kind of girl. I don't know if she sold drugs, but she was held back. But her name was Alberta. Because you see her saying it, I was like,
he was a little shorter, dark skinned dude. He came to picture that.
No. She was white.
Oh no, yeah,
well,
this dude.
They could have. I mean,
that nigga came for picture day. They was like, nah, you don't like your attendance was bad, so they wouldn't let them take pictures with the little shirts and shit. And I was like, Albert is supporting the family. Apparently, he's been supporting his family since 4th grade, selling drugs. Give a man a goddamn shirt. Because Albert used to have like, we was in the 6th grade. Our parents had us decent. You know, some of the kids would have Jordans or the Barclays or some shit.
Yeah.
Albert had new shit every time. Damn. Albert was doing very well in the streets at whatever. What would you be in the 4th grade? 9?
Yeah.
9, 10?
Something like that.
Oh, he was killing it.
13. I was 13.
3rd grade.
But I was young.
Well, you know, my birthday is in October, so
11 and 6. 10,
I just had 5 to whatever grade.
Yeah, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Some kids might be 13. I don't know. Albert sounded like he was like 16 in the 5th grade or something. I don't know how.
Shit, Albert was from the hood. He was us. He was like,
he had a little bit of
Albert, but Albert was hustling. Like, he was out of our league. We was like, that nigga's far beyond us. We was still sitting up here with little wrestling action figures, arguing about that shit. Albert is selling cold hard smack.
Yeah. Well, no, that's we man. Listen, I feel like
I got a C in science. Albert had an A in science, and there was a reason why. Because you got to cut that heroin just right. Just right to get that good product.
He knew how to put a 2 on it.
Albert had the best dope in the city. He was 10.
Albert knew what he was doing, boy.
I don't know why Albert was living this thug-ass life and still came to elementary school to hang around.
Where's Albert now?
Do you want me to end the show?
Oh, my bad. I do that. Yeah.
My fault.
I know Albert is intriguing though. I like Albert being in the 4th grade, like with a fish scale, like, you know, I mean with a triple beam, selling that fish scale.
How old was the nigga in Fresh?
Oh,
he had to be about 12.
No, he wasn't that old, was he?
He wasn't that old?
I know he's like 11. I don't know, I gotta watch it again. Fresh. He
I think he was pretty young.
Because he went to the group home.
He was 13, I thought.
Was he? Okay. He might have been older. Hey, he could have been.
I thought he was 13.
I know he wasn't in high school. Anyways.
But it's interesting that we have similar stories within the same school system to share. Thank you for tuning in live. I feel like they owe us some money is what I wanted to talk about. Thank you for tuning in to our live Thursdays. What time do we start today? 7:30 p.m. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter under Just Say Fuck It. Thank you again to our guest, Rob Glass Photography. If you want to find him on those social media platforms to get in touch with him. Those episodes. When are those episodes here?
Every Friday. So the living room cook up on Instagram.
Living room cook up every Friday. City Scene. Check for the post. He'll let you know when and where. I only have so much longer with that because once it gets cold, I ain't coming outside. I am BOK Pepper Potts.
I'm Maserati. He been talking this whole time.
Sponsored by